Hey guys, Justin Wings back here with College Fishing 101. I got a new kayak. This is the new Pelican Catch 130 HD. This is the one with the hydro drive fin system in it. And I've only taken this out one time, so I'm not ready yet to do a complete 100% review of this kayak yet. This video is going to be more based around my initial reactions, some of the stuff I may be concerned with, some of the stuff I'm kind of confused about, and stuff like that. So, start out with, this is a 13-foot kayak, and for it to be 13 feet, honestly, it doesn't feel that big on the water. Now, that's probably a lot to do with the rudder system that Pelican has installed on this, but when I'm pedaling it around, I've already fished one tournament out of it, it didn't feel all that heavy. When I got the hydro drive system up and going, when I was actually pedaling and getting at a good pace, I didn't feel that weight behind me. A lot of that's got to do with the way Pelican shaped this. If you look at the Catch 100, it's going to be a dual hull system, so there's two, pretty much, it looks almost like a pontoon boat, so it acts like a barge. This one, it still has that two-hull consistency to it, but it also has more of a peak in the front, so it kind of cuts through the water a little bit better, makes it a little bit easier to paddle. First reactions, I really enjoy it. I fished really well. I didn't get tired pedaling all that easy. I think I covered over 5 miles on the water my first time taking it out, and that's never having used a pedal system before at all. So I was first time out, covering 5 miles for me was great. Tons of storage, really stable, and there's tons of videos out on YouTube of people standing on the front of this thing and pedaling. I'm never going to do that, but this thing is extremely stable. Storage wise, there's a ton of storage. I'm also going to pull the camera off the rack and show it all to you, but you have a front storage latch system or tie down system, so if you want to put a crate up front, if you want to put a bag up front, something like that, you can easily do that on the front. In the back is Pelican's same standard rear storage area. It comes with a rear waterproof hatch as well, but it's pretty much the same one as the Catch 100, maybe a little bit longer, but it's the same storage system pretty much. There are two straps, tie downs on the sides, on the left and right side. These could easily be used for plano boxes, or if you want to keep your drink up front and able to get to it, they can easily be used for that. The seat sits a little bit higher up on the kayak, so you're able to have about 4 inches of storage underneath the seat, depending on how you use the strap. It's more than enough if you wanted to go get some small totes to slide underneath there to hold either your medical supplies or your phone or anything like that. Food, you can easily slide that up underneath your seat, which is what I do. The seat, same seat as you get in the Catch 100. Pelican makes a pretty good quality seat. It's nothing like a feel-free. However, for me, I don't get tired using it. It stays pretty comfortable. My back doesn't hurt at the end of an 8-hour fishing trip, so it's a pretty good solid seat. I've already talked about the hydro drive for a little bit. It runs pretty smooth. I've seen some videos out there of Pelican torquing down the cables too tight, and I had to kind of agree with that. I've already had one issue with the pin breaking. Luckily, I was able to get that fixed and resolved thanks to Pelican's customer service on that one. But reinstalling it, I could never get those cables back to factory torque. So, personally, in my opinion though, now with the way I've got it, it's a lot smoother. So, I'm not really going to complain of that. It's just the way Pelican feels them to start with. Any other thing, it comes with 4 rod holders. They removed the front one in my previous video, the review of the Catch 100. That is one thing I complained about, is there being 2 front rod compartments and them not putting a rudder on it, because I thought it was kind of useless to have a left side rod holder, and they removed it, and this is where they put the rudder handle on. So I think now I'm going to take off the camera off the mount, and then I'll just carry it around and point out some things I want to point out to y'all and show you the rest of it. Alright, we'll start right here in the front of the boat. Again, another Pelican handles. All of Pelican's handles in any of their kayaks are normally going to be, or any of their fishing kayaks, are going to be this style handle. It's secure, it's riveted in. I've never had an issue on my Catch 100 or this one's as of yet of these handles ever coming loose. I've never seen anybody have an issue with these handles coming loose. They're rugged. There is a gap here, so they have molded it to fit your hand better, so you have a little bit more room. and it's, I mean, it's a sturdy handle. It's going to be, and with the 13-foot kayak, you're going to be pulling it from the front a lot, so it's good to have a good sturdy handle. This is the new section. This is what's different between the Catch 130 and the Catch 100. It's this front compartment right here. Like I said, this is probably the same size as the Pelican Catch 100 store compartment in the back of that one. So this is the area up front now. I would love to have seen a front waterproof storage hatch right here. I think that's easily going to be done. You could just easily cut this out. That's probably what this gap here is for. You could easily just cut this out, put you a hatch right there, and it'd be easier and not that big of a hassle to put into. I would just like to have seen Pelican do that here instead of doing it in the back, because in the back it's kind of pointless. However, so this, like I said, this storage compartment here, it's roomy. You're going to use it. It's got drainage to flow out, so in case any water comes with the front, it's going to flow its way out. But I don't really expect there to be any chance of water getting in. Move all this stuff out of the way. Now we get into the high drive system, and the high drive system is really easy. You just take it out. When you're ready to put it in, you just slide it into the gap. It goes down into these two little levers on either side. You take these little latches and lock them down to keep it in place, and then you're able to pedal at your leisure. Since this is a hydro system and not a pedal drive or a prop drive, if I wanted to go backwards, I would have to pop the hydro system out, turn it around, lock it in, and then I can pedal backwards if I needed to go backwards wherever I'm sitting at. However, if you've got anywhere decent boat control, you should never have to swap your thing around on the water. If you need to fish a spot and you're floating towards it, come in from the opposite direction. That way you're floating with the wind, so you don't have to worry about that. It comes with 4 front kayak mounts or rails. I think this is kind of excessive, honestly, and this is one thing I was kind of happy with on the other one, is that the Scotty rails and the Catch 100, I thought the 2 up front were good enough. Pelicans come back and put 4 on here and none in the back, so I don't understand what they expect us to use all 4 of these for. I get the fact that you can use different combinations of where you want your depth finders at, and I guess you could put on places for your transducer and all this other stuff, but I thought this was a little much. They don't get in the way, it's just that's a lot of rails. There are 2, these are the 2 storage sections on the side. They have cup holder slots in them, so you could easily put a bottle of water right there, hold it down, and it's going to stay. You could also put a plain old box right there. It's going to slide in there. Those straps are going to help hold it down. It's going to stay seated. It comes with 2 little tie downs on either side, or this one's molded into the handle. There is a handle on the right side of the kayak. There's not a handle on the left. So normally how people carry their kayak, like they assume most people are going to pull it on the right side, I guess. They didn't put one over here. I know that the rudder controls are over here, but again, then you have a space right here where they could have put a handle. So I don't understand why they didn't, but there again. The seat fits in the same way as it did in the Catch 100. However, this is a stationary seat. You can't move this seat to a lower position like you could in the Catch 100. This is as a 1 seat area. It's in the upward seating position anyway. I never use the lower seating position in the Catch 100, so it doesn't really bother me, but that is something, if some people like to carry it out, that's something they're gonna have to change. You have 2 on the left side. You have 2 rear facing rod holders, which I'm really happy about. That way I can have my net in one of these, and then if I need to, I can put another rod right there, or I can have my camera mounts and my net in the same side. You have 1 forward facing rod tube right here. That's for when you need to take a fish off, you need to retire something, you can put your rod right there, it's not in the water. Then you also have a rear facing rod holder on the back. Again, good to have in case you want to carry extra rods, anything, net, GoPro mounts, anything like that. This center storage compartment here, You could easily also put a center hole, a waterproof storage compartment right here. I'm probably not going to, because I put my camel pack, my lunchbox, and everything right here because it fits in between here, if the seat, when its seats lean back, and my tough crate. So this is a good area for me to keep my food. Anything else, it's right next behind me. If I need to get to it easily, if I'm thirsty, I don't have to reach around the kayak or anything to get to it. It's just right there for me. Now we move to the back of the boat. Here's Pelican's new rear storage section. Again, it looks a lot like the Catch 100. It's probably, if I had to guess, probably 3 or 4 inches longer. So again, if you have a Yak Attack crate, if you have anything, it's going to fit in here. Pelican designed this kayak with anglers in mind with those storage crate systems. So you see this cutout is to help you fit a Yak Attack crate in here, because Yak Attack tends to be a little bit longer. So that can easily fit in here now. Here is the rear storage, the rear dry storage. Again, I don't understand what you would do with this, because if you wanted to put your phone or keys or anything in here, it's in the back of the boat. So if you need to reach your phone, you'd have to reach across your back from the seat to reach back here, and that's probably a good 3.5, 4 feet. So this is really a non-accessible dry storage. So for rivers or something like that, you need to keep a first aid kit or fire starter stuff dry. I would get that, but other than that, I don't really understand the purpose of having this back here. But it's there if you need it. I'm not going to complain about having the option to use something, because if I don't want to use it, I don't have to use it. Let's see if I can get this lid back on. There we go. It comes with the drain plug here, and I sit on top of the kayak like this. You should never have to use this, because if you have to use this, then you have a hole in your kayak and you have other problems. It comes with 2 rear facing, or rear, what are the things, handles. Again, this is Pelican's handles. They're solid. They got holes on the side of them if you want to gear track anything to them. Okay. One addition I did have to add is, like I said previously, there are no gear tracks in the rear of this thing. So for me to put my Yak Attack light on, I had to go buy a Yak Attack rail. It cost like 10 bucks, and I just screwed it in. Since this mineral pouch comes out, I just put 2 bolts through, flash it on, we're good to go. Look over the rudder real quick. The rudder just simply locks on and off. I'm never going to have a problem with your rudder coming off if you properly take care of it. You use the pull handles over there to raise and lower it if you're on the water. So if you want to go up, you pull this one and it lowers it. If you want to go up, you pull this one or push this one. It's a push and pull. It's easier on the water because the kayak's not shifting, but you get the point. You pull one forward to pull the other, you pull one down to raise and lower it. It works really well on the water. This thing, it doesn't have a great turning circle. It's not, I mean, it's not a Ferrari by no means. And so, I mean, it's not going to be turning on a dime, but if you know how to control yourself on it, you'll have a pretty good ability to just get yourself situated in the right way. These all come with locks and everything on the side. So I think that's it, guys. Like I said, I really just wanted this to be a real quick just overview of the kayak. I don't want to do a review of it yet because I have only taken it out I think twice now, and on the second time I took it out, I broke the hydro drive, and that was on me. That had nothing to do with Pelican's quality. I just loaded it up wrong. So well, guys, I think that's going to be it. If you like this video, if it kind of helped you out, if you're interested in buying a Pelican Catch 130 HD, as of right now, I would highly request it. I'd get back with you in a month or so where I can give a better review of it. But for the price of $1,500, you're not going to get a pedal drive system kayak for a cheaper price than this new. So anyway, like I always say, like these videos, subscribe to my channel if you're new. I'm going to try to start doing more content. I just now got my cameras fixed and everything, so I'm going to be able to throw out a lot more content here. Share this with your friends and family if they're interested in kayak fishing or just interested in fishing in general. I'll get back with y'all. Bye.